It's the holiday season. A lot of extra time on our hands. There's a lot of honey to-do lists that are out there. Some of those lists may include electrical work. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, stay tuned, and I'm going to show you in this video the common mistakes that most DIYers tend to make. Alright, the first mistake that I'm going to go over when I see people installing these receptacles, this may seem very basic, but a lot of people don't know which side to actually put which wire on. So on this side, we have the brass terminal, which the hot wire, black wire, will always go to. On the opposite side, we have the silver terminal, which is the neutral. And the white wire will always go to the neutral side. And your bare or green wire always goes to your green ground screw here. So just remember that your black hot wire always goes to the gold terminal. And your white wire always goes to your silver terminal. If you were to put your black line wire onto the neutral terminal and then your neutral wire, which is the white wire, onto your brass terminal, this would be referred to as reverse polarity. Now, the reason this is dangerous, if you have a line hot wire coming into your neutral terminal, which is silver, it could deem it as an unsafe receptacle, therefore potentially causing you to be at greater risk for shock, short circuit, or even fire. So this next mistake is huge. So we have here, both of our terminals are filled on the brass side, and for this demonstration, let's pretend that the white wires are already here too. So that's full. So a lot of times what someone wanted to do, instead of doing this the right way, they'll be like, well, I want to add another receptacle or a new device. I want to send power somewhere. So I think I'll just unloosen this bottom one here, and I'll go ahead and tie into this one. So a lot of times, and yeah, I've seen this. Let's see how hard it is to get on there. But yeah, just like that. They'll go ahead and tighten it down, and they will be like, okay, we have power now. Well, the problem with that, this is really dangerous because, one, this terminal screw is designed for only one wire. So this goes against code, and it's not got the right amount of pressure going into it. Two, this could cause multiple issues such as, arcing or short circuit and fire. It's really not a good idea to do this. So if you ever are working on electricity and you come across something like this, this is not the way, guys. So in this scenario, if you can look, this bare wire comes out past the actual receptacle itself. So when it's in the box, when you tighten it down and everything, and it's in the box, if this ever moves or touches another wire, that could cause a short circuit and maybe potentially an arc or even a fire. So in this scenario, as you can see, the insulation is underneath the brass screw. So when you tighten it down, if you look under there, you'll notice that there's not really that good of a connection because the actual screw itself is touching the insulation instead of the copper wire itself. So this could potentially cause some more problems like overheating. It may work intermittently, it may not work at all, it may short circuit. And the real easy way to tell if you've got enough insulation stripped off of your wire is each receptacle, they have a strip gauge on the back of it. So if you just hold that up there, you can ensure that you have the proper amount cut off for your receptacle. So this is what a good connection would look like. Another common mistake is when installing the wire, it's very important that you always want to go clockwise with the direction. Because if you go counterclockwise and you tighten it down, it tends to pull away from the screw. So you don't want that. You want it to go clockwise, and if you look, as you tighten it, it pulls that in. It gets a really good connection.